Hello and welcome to Cooking the Books with Heather. Today we're making breakfast and we are working out of Teresa Carle-Sanders' Outlander Kitchen Cookbook. And for this recipe we're going to be making a coddled egg for Duncan. So I've never really done coddled eggs. It's not a thing that I think is super popular here in the United States. I looked on the internet and it was super expensive to buy a porcelain egg coddler. They were mostly old ones that were like on eBay or reselling. Finding them new was difficult, but I found these things. They're called egglettes, and instead of being porcelain or glass, they're silicone, and they will kind of float in the water. So I'm hoping these work pretty well. So these are really simple, and the great thing is you can make it for breakfast on a weekday with just a little bit of leftovers, a little bit of cheese or pre-shredded cheese, whatever you have, and it will be great. Because this is really just an egg, a little bit of flavoring, and then we're going to boil it in these things. So it's not, it could be hard boiled, but my goal hopefully is going to be set whites with a runny yolk, because that's how we prefer it. I don't like a super runny white. And for that, she says for the porcelain coddler that she has, and a one egg, 9 to 12 minutes for a medium, which is a firm outer and inner whites and semi-liquid yolks. That's what I'm gonna go for. It might take a little bit different timing with these because of the heat conductivity of the silicone is probably different. And she says with porcelain and glass, those are different as well. So the timings are different with those. So it's kind of something you have to figure out what works for the equipment you have. So we're gonna see. So really, in addition to the eggs, all I have is flavorings that are specific to what you want. She has some suggestions in the back. I grabbed what I had on hand. I have some shredded smoked Gruyere, which is one of the things she suggested, and I happen to have it on hand. I have some finely diced green onions, mostly the whites from the green onions. I have the greens just sliced for garnish for other things, but you don't need much of these things because basically you want about a tablespoon combined of flavorings max to go with your egg. I have a little bit of parsley and I have a little bit of chopped up tomato. So I've already discussed with the children what they want in theirs, and so we'll see, but they can all be different because you're making them all separately. And so we're doing one egg for each of us today. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of butter and I'm just gonna use my fingers to spread it on the inside of these. She says to brush it, but I just find it's pretty easy to use my fingers to butter these things. And this will help it come out easily. If you keep spray, Pam, whatever it's called, cooking spray, this would also be something you could use here. Up to you. You could do olive oil, whatever you like. And so I have my egg coddlers, my egglettes, not sponsored. I just bought these on the internet. And I know my eggs have really thin shells. This batch is just, it's really easy to get a little bit of shell when you crack it. So I'm gonna crack it into this first before I put it in there, just so I don't have to try to get a bit of shell out of these little containers. So there we go, and I'm just going to pop that in there. Also trying not to break the yolks when I do this, so. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some salt and pepper in all of them, so I'm gonna wash my hands a little bit better. So first I'm gonna just crack a little bit of pepper. You can leave that out if you don't like pepper. I usually don't do pepper on my eggs, but we'll do a little bit here, especially since there are additions. And just a little sprinkle of kosher salt, a little bit of salt. And now's where we make it different for everybody. Let's see, both of my kids wanted some cheese. Try not to knock these over. It really just needs a little tiny bit of cheese. Now, one of them wanted some tomato because he likes tomato. So there we go. A little bit of tomato on that one. And the other one said just a little bit of green onion. So there we go. A little bit. As you can see, you do not need a lot. So I'm going to fingertip tighten those. And so I believe with a porcelain or a glass coddler, these would probably sit on the bottom, and she says the water should cover them. That's not going to happen with this. I looked at a video and it looks like they float in the water. So you'll want enough water so that they'll be, you know, fully submerged as these can be, or fully submerged, or depends on the instructions for your coddler. So if your coddler says not to cover them with water, she says just go ahead and do what they say. So I'm gonna put some cheese in the others. There we go. I'm gonna take the small one here because it was my bad. Add a little bit of tomato. I'm gonna add a little bit of green onion to mine. I think we're gonna do a little green onion on my husband's. And a little bit of parsley on both of ours, because that's, you know, just pretty. Just a little bit of chopped parsley. There we go. Now's where the timing comes in. So we're going to put these into boiling water, and I'm gonna try it after, I think, 9 minutes. I'm gonna take one out and see if it looks like it's done enough. She says you can get them for like one that will hold 2 eggs too, and those will take longer. So a lot of this is really just depends on how you like it and what your equipment is like. So that's where we are with that. So I probably am not going to show you exactly all of that, because really it's going to look like these bobbing in water. And then but I'll show you what they look like when we take them out and let you know what we think in just a minute. On this episode of Cooking the Books with Heather, you watched me make a coddled egg for Duncan from Teresa Carle-Sanders' Outlander Kitchen Cookbook. And as you may remember, I could not find coddlers. However, I used some silicone boil egg things. They're called egglettes, whatever. Bought them online. They weren't that expensive, and that was fine. She does say that you can use a small mason jar with a lid instead of a coddler. So they make these kind of tiny little mason jars. They probably take like ½ cup max. I have some of them because I've made them, I've made the sous vide egg bites at home, and made them in those. So I bought them for that, but you could use them for this as well. I should have done that. That might have been more like the usual, because the problem that I had was that mine were either a little underdone or a little overdone. So when I checked it originally at about 9 or 10 minutes, I don't like a runny white, and the egg white was a little bit too runny as far as I could tell. And then at 12 minutes, mine was pretty hard cooked. Some of the other ones, mine I think was the one that I lost quite a bit of the egg white, so it probably cooked a little bit faster. The other ones had a little more runniness at 12 minutes, but at 9 or 10 minutes, I think at 9 minutes, the white was too runny for us. We just don't like a runny egg white at all. So maybe next time I would try about 10 minutes and see if that goes well. I definitely would be making these again. They're something that I could make easily on a weekday morning, just for myself. So, I mean, the kids liked them fine, but they didn't love them, so whatever. Having some of the extra bits is nice. It's not just the egg flavor, and you can add whatever you want in there. So they're very highly customizable. They're very tasty, and it's just sort of a good, different egg recipe. So I kind of go between scrambled and fried here most of the time. So this is something else we can do and adds a little extra flavor to the eggs. So yeah, I'll probably be doing these more often now that we've tried it. So if you enjoyed watching me make this, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and come back and watch me make something else next week.